Climate change threatens to cause synchronized harvest failures across the globe, with implications for Australia's food security.
Here's a summary of the article.
New evidence suggests climate-related changes to fast-flowing winds in the upper atmosphere could trigger simultaneous extreme weather events in multiple locations, with serious implications for global food security. As the evidence on climate risk mounts, it's clear Australia must urgently adapt and rethink our approach to global trade and food security. The new research revealing the climate risk to food security should trigger a change in policy. The long-term goal needs to be a global food system that will be resilient to shocks, including climate change. Climate change risks are likely to dwarf the impacts of COVID on Australian food systems. Australia is fortunate to be one of the few countries that produces more food than it needs, but it has other responsibilities towards global food security. Policy will need to respond to the new understanding of how food security will be affected by climate change.
This post received a score of 5,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Not just Australia.
Laughs increasingly nervously in Canadian while looking south.
Stop with the smoke already.
Nah family 420 blaze it.
No fam. Have some of this mango haze.
Maple haze.
Not when you're struggling to put food on the table. Blight, wheat, 7 years ago. Okra, this year. Now, there's just corn. Welcome to Interstellar.
As long as we have high fructose syrup, we will be fine.
Fun fact: the process that turns cornstarch into HFC is essentially just letting bacteria partially digest the starch, then making them barf it back up so that we humans can guzzle their half-digested bacterial barf down along with some carbonated water. Every soda or candy that you consume, just imagine that you are baby birding that directly from the mouth of a bacterial film. Because you are. Science. It's pretty neat.
Do bread yeast next.
And beer. When you and your family go hungry due to climate change, blame the fossil fuel industry. They are 100% guilty of causing the catastrophe of climate change. They will send their paid trolls to blame all of us, but we are not to blame. The fossil fuel industry forced us to use fossil fuels by bribing and lobbying governments around the world to reject electric vehicles, public transportation and clean energy. The fossil fuel industry and its political allies gave us no choice. They should be held accountable for their crimes. They must pay a heavy price for destroying the world.
Greater than when you and your family go hungry due to climate change, blame the fossil fuel industry. They are 100% guilty of causing the catastrophe of climate change. Decades ago, at least in Canada, provincial governments sued tobacco companies for the increased burden on the healthcare system. Why the hell can't we do that to oil companies and global warming?
Greater than why the hell can't we? Who says we can't? Landmark, Kids Climate Trial begins, how science will take the stand.
Cases like this didn't get far in the courts, usually due to a lack of standing. Our laws are quite bad at preventing ambiguous damages that will take place in the future. This lack of foresight mirrors our political, societal shortcomings, as these issues should have been settled by the legislators long ago, rather than the courts. Obviously, once the damages are fully realized, a lawsuit would be meaningless, which is why we're hoping for some judicial activism here. Humans poop. Algae eats the poop. Humans eat the algae. Humans poop green poop greater than, and so it goes the new food web.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.